This day, I'm going to show you everything that we did and what we're dealing with right now. So let me take a step back to show you guys where the office is. I'm going to start from here. It's going to be a switch. This switch is going to control this light here, and this light is going to light up this area here, right outside the office. And then we have another switch right next to it, closer to the office. This is going to control the middle light in the office. Now going inside, we're going to have another switch on the inside wall, and this switch is going to control the two lights that are going to be here. This is going to be recess lights, and every single light that's going to be here, they're going to be controlled. They're going to have controlled brightness, so wherever people are working, either this desk or this desk, they'll have control over their own lighting and brightness. So this is where the dimmer switch is going to be. And then we come down here. Now let me show you guys something before we actually go forward with this. This is extremely dangerous. This is where the old wire is. This was a three-way switch to the old light in the kitchen. That was a fan actually. So as you can see, this thing, I don't know if you can actually see, but this is broken everywhere. Everywhere I touch, everywhere I was just trying to bend this back in the box, and it broke in like 3 pieces. So it was really, really hard, and they have a lot of exposed bare wire right there, as you can see. So this is a metal box, and obviously it is not safe to keep it that way. So this is why I'm planning to shut down this entire line, entire circuit, just to get rid of all these wires that we have running in the inside of our walls and everything, and not have some safety issue sitting just like this without any ground or anything like that. So we're going to get rid of those. That's why I just put those in, and we're going to do something about that, and then we're going to get rid of it completely. And then going down from here, I have 2 outlets that's going to be here, and these are going to be all 20 amp outlets. So this is what the outlet actually looks like. This is a tamper resistant 20 amp. We have 2 prong. We have 2 3-prong outlets, and we have a USB-C outlet, and we also have a USB-A outlet. And this is what it looks like. It's pretty thick, so your regular little boxes aren't going to work. So I have to use these plastic ones for the places that I'm going to be using this at. So this is what we're going to be using most of the time. This is going to be 2 outlets here on this wall. So over here we're going to have 1 outlet where the window is, in case we want to put something like an AC or anything like that. We can just plug it in over there. Now coming down to the other side here, hiding behind these drywalls, we have another outlet that's going to be here, and then we also have 3 outlets that's going to be here on this side. So now this side is where I'm planning to put a big PC or a workstation, basically, that's going to take a lot of power, a lot of outlets and whatnot. This is why I plan to keep 4 outlets over here, 3 on this side and 1 over there. This is the old outlet, and this will either be covered or get replaced with a 2-prong outlet, because that is not safe to stay there, because these wires in the house don't have ground wire. So having a 3-prong outlet is not safe, so we're gonna have to remove this and put 2-prong outlets. This is where we had a light that was on top of the sink that was there, and we had that removed, and we'll also close that out, because all of this mess is going to be in the same circuit, so that'll be easy to get rid of. And this wall, let me go through the wall actually, because that's a really important part. The wall, as you can see, is really messy. This is a glue. This is literally glue. They used glue to put like wallpapers up. They were like cloth, and then like so many layers. I don't know if you can see the depth of this, but this is a lot of layers. And luckily we actually just got to scrape these off very easy with, in big pieces. So we got very, very lucky with that. So we obviously have this much left, and then we're going to go into the ceiling and get the rest done. We did put all the drywalls back together, and we're gonna start patching them soon. There is still plumbing out here, which we will have to cut down and get rid of or cap off for the future. Whatever we decide, we didn't decide yet, so we still haven't put those up yet, but that is what it's looking like. And this used to be the old steel pipes that got banned. There are so much rust in here. It's like more than half of it is clogged with rust. So, you know, that had to go, and then we ended up getting PEX like in 2016, and that is going to get capped off now. So either I'll pull it down all the way to the basement or something, or I'll just cap it up here. Whatever the case is, those will have to be capped off because I don't want them to rust and then start leaking next to a junction box right there. Now going off to the next part here is we have the other switch here on the inside wall of the office here. Now this switch is going to actually control the two lights, as I mentioned, on this side of the office. So whoever is working on whatever side, they will have complete control over what they're doing. Now, as you can see, this wall is a little bit smaller than this wall, and there are two reasons for that. Part of the reason is this wall got, you know, a little straightway, and then the window comes in, and this wall, the window basically ends here, so it doesn't have that like 2 feet extra that we have over here. So, you know, putting a desk in here and having more of the space here is going to be more convenient. And maybe I'll just do some studio stuff down here, you know, some lights and all that stuff. That's probably going to be here. So that's where the plan is going as of now. And right outside the office, we actually kept this little space here. Now this is a closet, and it is basically a built-in closet in the house. Not really a closet, but like it has like, you know, stuff like this. It's basically a little pantry because this was right next to the kitchen. It was very convenient. Now we store things in here, and I didn't really want to break this up or anything as of now, so we just left it right here. And this actually gave us a chance to add an outlet here. Now this outlet, and that is the drain for the kitchen sink that we had here, so that also, you know, has to get out of here or has to be capped off somehow. I just put a garbage bag in there for now, but that also have to be capped off, but we'll deal with that later. But for now, we're basically gonna put shelves here, and then we're gonna move the printers right here and leave them plugged right here, so, you know, they'll be right next to the office. But outside the office, you know what I mean, it'll be right here, because we do, you know, work from our room and stuff like that. So, you know, it'll be easy to grab things here and there, you know, on the go, because they used to be right here. And it was very easy whenever a document needed to be printed. Anybody, my dad or my brother, could always grab it and go. So this was very convenient. So we don't want to take that convenience away and waste space in there. So we just decided to keep them right here. So again, this is another light that's going to be installed here that's going to illuminate this place. And that is the old ceiling fan that's over there. So that's also going to get covered up. So continuing to my room, before that I want to show you guys this, because this is very interesting. Now, viewer discretion, this is nasty. This is the floor here. The floor was beautiful. This is my room's floor, and I've had this floor forever. This was obviously nice, just like that. And what happened is they used glue to put sticky tiles on top of this. The sticky tiles had their own adhesive, but they also wanted to use their own glue. Now we have an issue of, you know, there was like these glue started seeping through the cracks, and we had a whole issue where it was just showing. It was really nasty, and that is one of the main reasons why I actually took on this whole project. So coming off to my room, obviously it's a mess, and I should have remembered to actually take the PC out of here before starting any work, but now it's covered in dust, so yeah, sorry to me, from me. Anyways, we're gonna start in the room with this switch here. Now this switch is an added switch because I already have a switch. This is the dimmer switch that can control the middle light here, and this dimmer switch I installed a long time ago. That is actually going to stay. In case I want to, I will change the wiring, but I'm keeping that light, or a light in the middle just like that, and not recess basically. And I keep something like that. And I also made 6 holes. Now these 6 holes are actually measured very precisely. I went up in the attic and I measured them very precisely, and I drilled them out. And I know, like, from the angle here, it might look that this space has more space and that doesn't, but yeah, it's the same equal space. So the issue here is we got chipped off here, because I was drilling from upstairs, and because of so many layers of paint, they act like a whole drywall itself. So started chipping away, but that's good because in the end I still have to paint up the ceiling. And of course, I don't know if you can see, these were plastered on top of these MDF looking boards, so they are extremely thick, and on top of that they, I think, plastered it or something like that, because these walls are actually there's a layer of plaster right on top of the drywall. So I think they probably did that for sound insulation or whatever insulation they needed to do, but that's what they did. So these are like, the ceilings are basically like MDF and then plasters, but I think they did it in sections or whatever that happened. I don't know what happened, but there's like, we can see like uneven, not even even, but uneven like lines and waves and stuff like that. So it doesn't bother me too much, and I don't want to, take on all that work. So I'm just going to leave it as is and just going to paint it. When I didn't know how to do anything, I was painting this room, and this is what happened with the roller. Even though I put tape on it, right? I hit the roller, and then the roller took the tape with it, and then made all this mess. So I've never actually got around to fix on any of this, and I was just way too lazy, and I was just way too lazy about my own stuff. So this is actually how everything just stayed. So now this is going to be a good chance to redeem everything for myself. So I'm going to start on this side, continuing basically. This is going to be a switch, and like I mentioned, all these switches that I'm mentioning in this video, they're all going to be dimmer switches. I got a switch this time with not a knob, but it's basically a touch. But it's basically the same concept. You touch the thing, and then it basically swipes up and down. That's what we're going to be using this time. So there will be a one like that, and basically what this will help me do is reduce because I really like how the recess lights actually turn down. It turns down and dims very, very well no matter how many lights you put in. And I can even use this as a night light, or if I'm watching a movie or something like that, whatever that is. So this is why I decided to go with dimmer switches. Then this is basically a junction box that will get covered up. This is where everything came out from, and then it went upward this way and then went this way. So basically we're gonna go down here, and right here in the middle of the room we have an outlet. This outlet I just put in because I don't know, maybe I'll probably just need to charge things here and there, but I just decided to put as many outlets as possible without any reasons. Well, obviously, because I didn't want to feel like, oh man, I wish there was an outlet there. Then I have 2 outlets here, and mostly I just kept 2 gang outlets, wherever I could. And there's 2 here, and then 2 over there. This is where the bed is going to be, a long way this way. So we'll have 2 outlets on both sides, and I showed you guys the outlet in the beginning of the video. That's what I'm going to be using for these 2 at least, because if I want to charge something like my camera, pocket camera, or GoPro, or my phone, headphones, whatever it is, that'll always stay with me, I'll have enough spaces to do that. without worrying about any multi-plugs or anything like that. Now let me actually show you guys. This is actually exposed, so this is a good chance to show you guys what this is all about. Now this is obviously wired wrong because this is a 3-prong outlet, and this is fairly new, and this doesn't have a ground on this wire. So this is obviously very wrong for obvious reasons. This is a really old box, and this box is metal. So like I showed you guys before, like literally you touch this and it just like falls apart. That's how brittle these wires are right now. So in case anything happens, God forbid, this will start arcing, possibly cause a fire, and you don't also want to get shocked or anything like that. So this is extremely unsafe. So either what I'm going to do is, for now, I'll probably put a 2-prong outlet in here, which is code compliant, or a GFCI. That's something I can do, but that will probably not fit in this thing safely, just like this. So I'll see what I can do with that, because I don't really need this outlet that much. Maybe I'll just cap it off and cover it up. That's what me and my dad was talking about today. And then to the left side here, now this wall is going to be very important, because this is where my PC stays. That workstation right there literally just stays here. Like it stayed here for the most of the time that I was in this house for. So I just decided to put all this stuff here. I have 4 here because the PC, and then the monitors, 2 monitors, and then that'll take up 3. And then there's a multi-plug on the desk, so that'll take up a whole 2 gang, 4 outlets. That's going to be on this side. And then I'll have like speakers, and if I do lighting, and if I do some other charging things or anything else that's going to be on the desk or behind the desk even, those will get wired into those. Now I was also thinking, if I want to do a TV outlet that's going to be up here somewhere, that's something that I was also thinking about. But also, since I'm going to be having my bed facing like this way, that will move to that wall. So with that wall, it's going to be a lot easier, because right now I'm not actually thinking about it, having a TV in here. But when I do, that'll be on that wall. So this is why I actually ended here, because when I get to that wall, my next renovation project in this house is going to be my bathroom, which is on that side of the wall. So when I do that, I will basically be able to break that wall and bring in all the outlets as I possibly need to, and basically wrap around. I don't really need to wrap around, but finish that wall over there. So then I'll be square with everything that I need to do. As you can probably notice, there's 1 hole missing for the recess light. I just didn't drill through it because my PC was right underneath that thing, but I did make the marks, so it's all good to go. I'll basically have the PC out of here, although it took in as much dust as it possibly can, but I'll take that out, and then I'll wrap everything up in painter's thing and make sure that no paint drips on anything. And I'll also take my bed and basically wrap everything up, just like the desk and even the wardrobe, everything I possibly can basically. The floors are going to get redone. I'm going to put floating life-proof floors on top of this. So I'll basically take the trims off and basically just put everything on and then put everything back on. So that'll be a pretty fun project. The windows are new in this room, so I'm not going to be worrying about changing any windows or anything like that. But I really wish that I actually had another window here, but that's something that I don't want to deal with right now, especially when I want to put my PC there. So that is something that I would have to think about down the road, but not really worried about it right now. But yeah, this is what the room is looking like. So right now we're actually going to go to the attic and show you guys how that is going. So the attic is very interesting because for like years, like literally, I got out and actually figured this out like literally I think last year sometime when there was an electrician here when I didn't know how to do electrical work. and he was doing all these lights and stuff in the living room, and doing all these outlets and stuff behind the TV. I was actually shocked that I actually got access to the attic, and it was actually through my own bedroom, so which was pretty cool. Now I'm gonna have to basically grab a ladder. I actually am thinking about making a little ladder for myself in case, well, not in case, but whenever I need to go up there for whatever reason. I think having a permanent ladder here is going to be pretty nice. So here we are. I actually installed this light for my closet here. I was so tired that night. After installing, I realized that there's no switch. So this is something that I also have to break and put a switch up. And here we are. So there is a subfloor through the middle, and then it continues a little bit after a little bit. It's like 2 panels here, and then we go out that way. Let me just put the light up here. So I was using this light to light up the kitchen from the hole of the recess lights, so that's why it's here like that. But this is what the attic looks like. I don't know if you guys seen this in a short or anything, but there is a lot of spider webs that I gotta clean up. And I actually got in here with the electrician, and he showed me that I have a pretty huge attic here. Like literally I can come up all this way and basically make sure that I don't hit anything on my head. So even if I square this off and make a room, it'll be a pretty good sized room basically. Up top here is a little vent going on. Actually it's just on one side. That's the front side of the house. That's the front side of the house. That's where the vent is. But my goal is to add a little bit more vents, and we add a heating and cooling system out here, and we clean up all the dust, and we seal all the wood and everything with paint, and then we do the subfloor and then the flooring and all that stuff, and make this, I don't know what, but I was thinking maybe a studio. So let me just walk through everything that I did here. Now there are 6 holes here, well 5 right now, but there will be one more, but 6 holes here there will be for the lighting of my bedroom, and these 5 are going to be for the office, and then here's one for the front of office, and then we go out here. This is what the electrician did. He cut out the subfloor to install this one. This one was for one of the light for the living room. No, this was actually for the hallway in front of the bathroom. And then we also had holes here cut out for the living room. There's like 5 lights. There are 5 of these lights, or recessed lights, in the subfloor here, well, in the ceiling here, that we did all new. So basically you guys can see when he did this, he left some of the wires over the subfloor, so I'll basically have to disconnect them and connect them underneath, so we can actually make sure that we can put the subfloors in without an issue or anything like that. So that is something that I would have to work with, and this is a long project obviously, so I'll have a whole playlist on this attic from start to finish. I already, I think, did a beginning video or short of what this looks like, so make sure you guys check that out. It is a lot of work, but these are the 3 things that I'm currently working on, and I have so much to do, and then college is coming up right now. It's almost to the end of August, so I have literally less than 10 days of work that I can possibly put in this house without worrying about classes and stuff like that. So we're going to actually start with mudding today, and we're going to make sure that everything is capped off, all the plumbing lines and everything that we need to with the old wiring and all that. So once we make sure of that, we're going to continue from there, and I'll keep you guys updated. So make sure you stay updated with the channel, and thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.